Touching on the next season, I've put in brackets, trust in the process. But yeah, like you said, you guys had Teo. Obviously, a few guys left, and you had Teo, you had Blaine, you had Malcolm, you had a few guys. You know, outside of obviously, I was at Hemel at the time, so we ended up playing you guys. Yeah, I mean, you guys were really good, man, that year. Like, well deserved champions. What do you think? Besides, the additional talent, what do you think you got right that year, and why do you think you were so successful?
We were good defensively, like we were good defensively, but we had great balance. And again, the more you learn, like you do you get lucky? And this is it's no knock to anyone that was there before or whatever, but I had a Spanish guy coming in who was committed, and he pulled out last minute. And obviously, like, we do have some scholarships at the uni, but, they're not, it's not life-changing money. Still, people still have to self-fund at some level to be there. Mm-hmm. And I went to watch USA Select about, we'd been 2-3 weeks into our season, and we were practicing that night, and I rang Simon Stewart, who was the captain, and said, listen, it's probably one of the first sessions I'm ever going to miss other than the birth of my son, and I need to go and watch this because I feel like we need another body. And Fab is driving to the basket, guy steps in, takes a charge, guy gets a rebound, and I'm like, this is the guy that I want. He just, and it was Big Mal, Big Mal Smith, and they were meant to be travelling down to London the next day. He ended up staying with JP for a night, and the guy was just desperate for an opportunity. We get him on a good master's course that is applicable to where he wants to go in his career, and of course, like, we did have talent, but having a talented player like Malcolm, who was just humble, and the guys you just bought into him straight away. It took 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, you got to be more assertive, and then Blaine, Blaine, mine and his relationship, it makes me laugh because, we had a good 5-6 weeks of strong disagreements. Yeah, and he came round to my way of thinking, and he just came. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was. I've been speaking with him a bit recently, and he sent me a funny voice note about that recently, made me laugh. But he gave us some real quality at the guard spot, some depth, and we just had good balance, mate. And then, like, we obviously won the National Cup, and everyone was doing well. JP was playing out of his skin. It's the best they played at Northumbria, and I thought Simon's leadership, and people would look at Simon and be like, oh, he doesn't really get, statistics at times, whatever. I trusted him, and defensively, I thought he was the anchor for us. Tommy D just holding guys account. His impact was just beyond measure. Without kind of a box score, and then, but like I say, JP got injured. It was one of the last parts to practice. On the Thursday, we were Loughborough, Saturday Manchester, Sunday, huge doubleheader weekend, and Teo stepped in, and Teo was part of our group, and he was doing good things, but by his own admission, probably in a limited role. And when Teo would start at the 4, and even when Mal came off the bench. But I thought when we went to that lineup with Teo, Mal and Sai, and then Blaine and Lou, we just defensively we were dogged. Guys trusted each other. Guys were unselfish, making extra pass. It was just such a joy. And I know there's trust the process, and the guys were together off the court. The guys, they liked being around each other, and I liked being around them, and I could get on them. I could, we could have different types of sessions, and they were just defensively, mate. We were dogged. Honestly, we went to Reading. We had Reading away and Westminster away to win the league, and Reading had, I want to say his name's Craig Ponder, and another guy. Yeah, and honestly, mate, we were dogged. Like, honestly, like, look, just relentless. And Lamar Morrison, mate, I love the guy. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. He's, offensively, he is. And I love the guy. But he just, mate, he would play 4 minutes or he would play 30 minutes. And there was just no like, yep, I'm here, whatever I need. That was representative of probably the whole group, and Lou Champ was just, he was on a different planet that year. He was insane. Probably one of the Hemel away games, like you say, he was insane.